Lightbody activation. Lightbody activation at a distance can be performed by the teacher or master by using lightbody surrogates or lightbody coordination. And lightbody coordination involves coordinating one's lightbody, if one is the master, to the lightbodies of the apprentices. This can be done with one apprentice or multiple apprentices at one time. The lightbody activation sequence is such that multiple people in a particular room or environment can be activated simultaneously. The consciousness of the master has to be such that it can be connected to all apprentices at the same time and has the ability to perform the activation sequence simultaneously, which is best for mutual and group activation. Group activation, of course, gives the power of the group more power because it's simultaneously occurring in all the participants. Activation sequences, when they are harmonized, have a more profound effect, although not having a exact sequence by participants in a group is not absolutely necessary if they can harmonize at a later time in the activation, meditation, or exercise sequence. The master has, in activating an individual, for instance, would be able to, in the first method of activation through use of the master's light body and going to the apprentice's light body and physical body at the same time and performing the activation in various parts of the apprentice's body, usually starting with a general activation of the entire aura, and then a activation of what is particularly necessary to activate. If the apprentice is a healing apprentice, the hands are usually activated for the purpose of healing through the hands. The hands and the healing sequence of the hands is such that the fingers and the palms of the hands are all activated, and then there is also a complete activation of the energy fields within the hand, within the arm and the body as well. But normally the focusing on the hand itself is important, that both hands, during the activation sequence, the hands of the apprentice are activated by light body activation, which means that they are imprinted with particular codes that allow them to do light body healing, which these codes are such that they allow the light body user to use these codes as if they were tools, surgical tools, and other types of tools for this type of activation. So in the activation sequence of the individual apprentice, the light body master will use their light body to open up portals within the hand area of the apprentice to allow the apprentice to have the access to the tools, the codes, and then the knowledge procedures are also imprinted through the knowledge base in the third eye. And though that is a separate activation. It is also part of the activation of any particular area, such as the hands. So the hands will have the knowledge base within them once they are activated. So it is not necessary to know what is going on, what is actually occurring. The hands have their own ability to use the knowledge. The knowledge is independent of the hands, independent of the light body, independent of the physical body, and even can be independent of the mind. The knowledge itself is such that it carries with itself a power, and is such that if the user, either the master or apprentice or others who come across it, are not careful, it could actually use them. So in this, there's always the danger of becoming overpowered by the knowledge, and the old analogy to the sorcerer's apprentice is very apt in these circumstances. The knowledge code that is involved or imprinted in the apprentice allows them to become an instant master of particular types of healing technologies. And if they are connected through third eye psychic and other telepathic means, they will have access to libraries of information that are stored within them. The information is not outside, it is inside, yet it is stored within another dimensional framework. The framework is within their own domain, yet it is locked, and it is secured by particular seals and codes themselves. So even though this is a secure technology, it's also a transferable technology, and the activation of the technology is such that it is non-denominational. In fact, it has a ability to be manipulated by people of any faith or non-faith, really, because of its pure scientific or what you might say realistic type of application. Even though it is what at this time modern science might call imaginary body, non-physical body, and unobservable, or possibly unobservable. There may be new instruments that allow the observation of the light body. Now, the light body relationship between individual apprentice and their light body, it can be as if it were a very friendly or even more intense personal identification. So the difference there is that you can have your light body, but your light body may have you too. So it may go both ways if one isn't in control of oneself, and in circumstances where the light body has a mind of its own, the individual in the physical body has to wonder why. And then there is also the fact that in the apprentice's struggle to become conscious and activated, they have to know and learn what their light body is. And through the training that the master provides, the apprentice is able to master the knowledge of light body and the use of light body and the dangers of the light body realm. And this is why apprenticeship takes time, whereas enlightenment may not. Enlightenment and illuminations may occur spontaneously after activation by the light body master. The light body apprentice has a responsibility to maintain their own dignity and awareness and their own ability to learn through this process, because they could be diverted very easily by lots of things.